welcome to my channel. And today we will talk about third semester assignments, that is for subject compensation and benefits. And this is applicable for December 2022 cycle, which is a regular cycle. So this is obviously for most of the students who have enrolled in the month of July, August, or maybe September 2021. So right now they might be in SAM third if they are in a continuous process of this particular course. So for all of them, they will be getting this assignment. This assignment will be available on your portal. You can log into your portal. On the left hand panel, go to the exams link, and in exams there will be an assignment, so wherein you can download these assignment PDF. Almost most of the students are aware of the exam pattern and the assignments pattern. Just reiterating quickly that assignments cover 30% of the marks, which is 30 marks. There are three questions for second, third, and third B, each is of 10 marks. 1,000 words is the word limit. Plus minus 10% is applicable to important concepts. One is the copy case, second is plagiarism. Do not ever share your assignments with any of your colleagues, not before the due date, like 29th of November in this case. Post that, you can just share it to anyone, that's not an harm. And the second is the plagiarism. You can just refer any of the content, maybe from book, maybe from an MMS portal or any other way, but do not directly copy the content from there. Just read it out, understand the concept, and reframe the things in your own words. Otherwise you will fall into plagiarism and you will get a 0 marks. So let's quickly see to this assignment. So there are three questions. Let's discuss each of the question one by one, see what is being asked in the question, what is the logic behind this, what needs to be written, with page numbers to be referred, what case study is all about. So let's start with our first question. Your company, an agri-tech startup which has a humble beginning, is now gone for a merger with a big MNC. Looking at that now, the new management has decided to formulate the compensation strategies. Being penning down the strategies, HR manager considered necessary to identify the factors influencing the compensation strategies. You, being an employer of the HR department, are assigned the task to identify the factors. So understand that what is a merger. Normally when a small company has been acquired by some bigger company, then we call it as a merger. So the small company, now the all the employees, all the compensation, all the salary structure will now comes under the newer company, the bigger company. Let me just give you a very common example. I'm not sure you are aware of that stuff. The Tata company, the TCS, couple of years back has acquired CMC. So CMC earlier was a startup, a small company training institute, which was being acquired by TCS. So when this kind of merger happened, so all the employees of CMC will now get the payroll of Tata. It depends, the salary structure will get revised. It will be as per the new company. It can be increased or it can be decreased. Normally in most of the cases it will get a, they will get a better pay in terms of the salary or compensation or bonus stuff. Or you can take an example of Jaguar and Land Rover, which was being acquired by Tata a couple of years back. So there you will find a couple of examples where the mergers happen in a big MNC. Now we need to discuss about the compensation strategies. What are the factors which influence these compensation strategies? Right. So let's start which page number to refer. So going to the book, going to the page number 30. So you need to discuss about the factors: individual, organizational, competitive, product cost factors, and additionally you need to specify other factors. Which page number to refer? Page number 30. So firstly, we discussed that these are the four factors. After that, you can just formulate it in a form of table, because table is very easy to prepare on a Word document. So you can just prepare a tabular format showing individual factor. So what is being depicted, it's more or less about the skill set, the overall experience, expertise, technical, non-technical qualifications, etc. Second is the organizational factor, which includes the overall goodwill, nature, technology, size of the company, and the financial growth. Third is the competitive factor, where it's defined about the certain challenges in terms of the competition of one company to the other company or maybe the peer companies. The last one, last but not the least, about the product cost factor. What are the factors which influence the overall productivity, which helps to enhance the productivity or efficiency of the company? So these are the key four factors. Besides this, there are certain other factors like what's the company objective, goal, vision, or mission. What are the marketing strategies, market rates? What is the organizational ability to pay in order to maintain their existing commitments? Supply and demand elasticity, the cost of living of the people of that region, productivity linked performance, strength of the unions and the pressure of compensation on those unions which are being developed and designed in that particular region or maybe for that companies, the company goodwill and image in the market, government act rules legislations to provide the interest and to provide the benefits to the employees. So these are the certain other factors, so you need to explain these factors. If you are working in any company, maybe you're having 1 or 2 years of experience or more than that, you can easily relate these of the factors and you can easily formulate the words in your own words. So first question is pretty much straightforward and clear. Going to the second question, in the past few years, your organization has achieved a marvelous results and has manifold growth. The success of the organization has skyrocketed based on which you are opening a subsidiary in various other foreign countries. You being a agile manager has to devise a international compensation to your project management present, which is what is the international to your management present, what is international compensation and its key components. So it's pretty much obvious that if the company performs well, then it always tries to expand, sometimes to expand within the region or maybe within the country and sometimes outside the country. In our case study, the company is performing outstandingly and he is growing and trying to open his subsidiary in some other countries, and it's pretty much obvious that if you are having the company in multiple countries, like if I talk about India and US, a same company, then salary structure will differ, compensation part will differ, everything will differ, even the leaves part will also differ. Here you are getting suppose 1 lakh, then there might be a difference in the salary. You might get $1,000 or maybe $10,000 based on that economy and based on that company acts and norms, right? So international compensation is equally important and different in comparison to the national or you can say the local compensation. So we need to discuss about the international compensation and its key components. So we need to talk about the international compensation objectives and key components, page number 220. So going to the page number 220. So if you see the page number 220, you will find international compensation. Just it's important to brief about what is international compensation as we discussed right now. And second is talking about the certain objectives and key components. Objectives can be skipped, but being it's a 10 marks question, it's good to mention the key objectives of the international compensation. And after that, you need to explain the key components, and it's clearly mentioned discuss all components in detail, right? So you need to discuss all these compensation components, like what is the base salary, the most important one. Second one is the certain other benefits. Next is the allowances, then cost of living allowances, relocation allowances, HRA, home leave allowances, education allowances, hardship premium, incentives, variable pays, bonuses. So these are all the part, and uh, when you open your salary or pay slip, then you will find most of the things in your salary structure as well. So just understand the concept in respect to the international compensation and write it down in the in your own words. So second question seems to be pretty much clear. Now going to the third question. So third is having two parts. One important thing, I'm not sure that you are aware, but most of the students are saying, sir, in third question, one is the common part. Like in this, the common part is food and health private limited is a wholesale and organic retail food chain, which after capturing a huge and overwhelming success in the online market is now venturing into the retail business. The HI is now confused earlier that all the employees were the part-time or work from home, but now they have to engage people in full-time capacity. You being the assistant manager have been asked to a senior to do work the issue. You have to formalize their compensation survey explain to them what is salary and compensation survey and how it will serve the purpose in the food and health. So third question is the first paragraph which we had discussed. The second part comes the third A. So some students were asking, sir, firstly we give a common part about a common introductory part of the third, then write third A and then third B. No, there is nothing like third question. It's only third A and third B. So whenever you are writing the answer, just write answer 1, answer 2, answer 3A, and answer 3B. There is nothing like third question. Third is just a case study, which is a common for both the questions. Like in this case, we are talking about the Food and Health Private Limited company, and they are having certain kind of issues, and earlier it was work from home, now they are going work from office. So there are finding some differences, so he wants to do a compensation survey. So in the question there are two things which are being asked because it's not clear. Explain to them what is salary and compensation survey and how it will serve in the purpose of food and health. It's missing the private limited, right? So salary and compensation are the two different surveys. It's very much thin line between the salary and the compensation survey, but being it's not clear that it would be asking for the compensation or salary survey, so it's good to answer and specify both of the surveys. Right. So, what page numbers to refer? 135, 136, 137. What content to be written? Introduction to salary survey. Brief about the objectives of compensation survey. It's not compensation, salary survey. Introduction to compensation survey. Brief about the objectives of salary survey, compensation survey, and relate the same with respect to the Food and Health Private Limited. So, going to the page number 135. Um So the very first thing is the wage and the salary survey, which is it's basically a compensation. It's a part of compensation management, and it helps in defining the wages and the salary structure and certain kind of disputes. The certain questions which are important, like what is the actual salary, what is the market trend, what is the pay hike which is being expected, what are different tools which can be helpful, and how we can give more benefits to attract more and more talents. So it's all about the salary structure, which is pretty much obvious. Now next part comes as the we need to give a brief about the objectives of this. Maybe you can skip this part, but if you think you can mention just 2 or 3 pointers that what is the importance of wages and salary surveys. Then going to our next part is about the compensation survey. In compensation survey, it's in order to develop a more competitive compensation level and structure, it is essential to work with respect to the prevailing market rates that are being offered by the competitors. So the salary survey compensation structure is more or less related to the salary part, but it's more about the compensation and the other aspects. It serves the following things, like the following purposes, like one is the information, second is the selection of the jobs, and the third one is what are the number of units being selected. So these are the things which you need to give a brief about, right? And you can easily relate it with the case study, because in case study is clearly mentioned that okay, it's a food and health private limited. It's an organic chain, and so you can relate it with their competitors, with their peers, and they are providing the work from home to work to office in the full capacity. So you can relate a bit of these things, like the salary compensation, how the things will get impacted, and how it will be helpful doing this kind of survey, and relate it to respect to the case study. So third A question is pretty much clear. Now moving to the third B question, explain to them the types of survey which they want to suggest, and suggest the best one which suited for the organization. So again, the same thing, give a brief about the salary and compensation structure, three types of compensation and three types of salary and three types of compensation. Sorry, it's a miss. So three types of salary survey are commission, external, internal, and compensation survey are informal, external, and the commissioned. And you need to choose the best one, which suits the best for the organization. So let's see We already discussed that what we need to give an introductory part. And if you talk about the categorization, so salary part is split it into three. The very first one is commission and the package survey, normally which we are doing via some research body based on the some existing data. The second one is external or the participative survey, which are by member industries share the data with the member who wishes to do the survey through questionnaires. And last but not the least is the internal survey within the organization and helps in the dismissal of the internal records and the questioning personnel of employees. As you can use any of the surveys, and but as per my understanding, the third one, internal survey, is the best fitted for this strategy, because we are talking about the work from home to work from office, how the things will get changed. It's important to talk to your internal employees whether they are satisfied or not. Or maybe you can just use certain kind of third party agencies, or you can use some external or participative survey. It's purely your call. It's not like that this is the only survey which is the best fit for this, so you can choose as per your convenience. If I talk about the compensation, so in compensation you are having the three surveys: informal, external, and commission. So the third one is missing in the book. There are three types of survey. So informal is in a very friendly manner to ask the employees. External is via through external bodies, and the third one is the commissioned, which is a mixed and blend, which is the most appropriate one as per me. Again, it's your call. You can just use informal or external. Just make sure one thing, that if you are writing, if you are considering, like suppose if I am considering informal survey is the best fit, or maybe external survey, then I need to identify and give more advantages of the informal survey in comparison to the other surveys. Then only I can justify, okay boss, in this case study this will be the better approach, this will be the better survey, right? You can choose any. So just make sure that you are having enough pointers to showcase the pros, or you can say the number of total number of advantages of that particular survey over the others, right? So this is the way how you can write the third B question. So I think this stuff is pretty much clear. And if you have any doubts or facing any issue, any challenge regarding to assignments or maybe exams or any study related content, just feel free to connect to me at ngasc.mba@gmail.com. And if you like this video, do like, do subscribe, and stay connected for further videos. Thank you so much.